Good morning. It's the 13th of January, 2018. Yesterday I went to the doctor, and a buddy of mine took me. I have no ride. My truck's broke down. But a buddy of mine took me to the doctor, and we had time to talk and discuss Lisa, and we discussed Lisa's life, and he's one of the ones that Lisa told her dream to. And he knows it. He knows all the truth about it. And he knows that she's blonde, and the old saying, and I'm blonde and blue eyes and naive, and I am, and I'm just as bad naive as she was. But he brought up some very major points that the hospital is probably have done, and that she's in bad shape as far as the legal process of this whole thing. That the fact that she was in the hospital just prior to this, and that how you sign papers. A lot of people sign their names on stuff and they don't read it, and that she's wanting to get out of that hospital real bad, and that she signed a bunch of papers and signed off on releasing them from from any problems legally anyway. And that's possible because I told you I signed your ass to get out of jail. So when she wanted out of that hospital, she would just sign this, sign that, sign this, waive this, sign this, But it's not what she wanted. If that is such a case, if you produce a paper that says she was an organ donor, that's not what she wanted. And then there was a time that she did. She had told me that her and Philip had talked. Philip jumped all over her. He did. He jumped all. He's a lot older than she was, and he had told her, you don't want to be an organ donor because they'll pull your eyes, and you might be in a bad accident, be disfigured or something, but you could have lived. But they won't let you live because they're going to give your organ to somebody else, and it's just a conversation that they had, and she wanted to be a donor, but she wanted to be a donor for her family, and this is just her naive way of thinking, and then they can't save your organs, and they're, it's not wrote down, I can give this, that's not the way it works, honey. And then she didn't, no, but I just want you to know, without a shadow of a doubt, that this girl, she was sweet, and I told you she was a good girl, and that she wouldn't mind, I'd give my heart to my son, and it would not be any question. She would, and if she had been an organ donor, in her, even if it said no donor on her driver's license, and it does, and if it did, and she told me, Gator, I want to be an organ donor. I don't care. I just decided I just want. If I'm in a bad shape, make sure my organs get out there to people. I want people to have a life, to carry on life, and if I can carry on life through them, that would be great. And then this wouldn't be happening, and I'd be saying, hey, I'd be fighting them. Don't let her heart die. Don't let her heart die. Give it to somebody that. That's how I would be. That's what I would have been. My love for her would have been that way. But the fact that she said she didn't want to be a donor, she didn't want her organs to go nowhere. She wanted them to stay with her. And she wanted to give them to her family if they need them. And then Gator, don't let them take my organs if they ever be like that. And I said, I promise, baby. I'm gonna do everything I can to stop that from happening. As long as what I said, as long as I'm alive, that wouldn't happen. And that's how naive and that's how stupid I am to think that I can do something. And what they did in the hospital, they own you, man. They own you. And you think that you could do anything about it, you couldn't. You be in jail, and she still would have died. And that's the whole truth of the whole thing. And you're going to win this, I'm sure. I know that all the fancy lawyers and all the money that this hospital got, and the doctors and all. They don't, they're not going to go to prison and everything. But I believe, excuse me, I believe in there's more than what we got, and what we got is you're going to pay. You're going to pay, and then my whole goal is to save one person from this, and then what I've done now is let the whole world know what you've done to her, and that maybe this can be a lesson to other women and other men, and especially naive people like me and Lisa, that you better get you some insurance. Better get you somebody that's going to be, being that living will and all that. That doesn't mean a damn thing. Okay, you better have somebody standing on top of you, and that little chain that says, "I don't want to be an organ donor, so don't make me one." And hopefully that you'll get some good doctors and nurses that won't act like these, and don't talk about people that's in a coma. And because they can hear you, and this is the message that I want to get by to y'all, and how her soul hopefully can go on, and she can rest in peace the rest of her eternity. But I've done everything that I possibly can do for her. I've tried my best, and if I can just reach one person out there. Remember, organ donors have to be alive, and you're not going to get the care that you need. You possibly could get it if you wasn't a donor. Stop organ donating. Don't do it. Put no on there. Make sure everybody. Let's get it around to everybody, and then maybe her soul can go on. Maybe I can't help anybody else's soul that's been done this way. I hope that y'all. Listen, if we can't pass a law, I don't have any money to do anything with, but if we can't pass a law and nobody even cares, just maybe I can help one person. Maybe one person out there is listening to me. Make sure you get some insurance, and make sure you got somebody there with you at all times when you go into the hospital. The hospital does not own you, and they do not own you. And when I said no, and and that would be on me. And if she wanted to be a donor, and then her soul could be hating, she'd be in limbo because of me. But she's in limbo because of you, and not me. And her final and her wishes was me to be her man and her spokesperson, and I was. And you denied me that. You denied me my right to be a man. You denied me the right to say whether or not did she give up her organs or not. Maybe you didn't get them. Okay, well that's fine, but you still had that donor tag on there, and the donor tag and the blood tells me that you didn't help her and that you didn't care. So, God bless all of y'all. This is a terrible tragedy that's happened in our lives, but it's a lesson. It's a lesson for other people that that our lives together, my love and her love, our unity together is just being. It doesn't matter, without your little piece of paper, and without that piece of paper that's destroyed so many lives. But that little piece of paper is what you got to have, and you got to have insurance, and you got to have, somebody there that's that's her heart she gave to me, and you stole it, and then she didn't let. Hopefully that she's gonna go and rest in peace now, because I've got the word out there. I've told, no matter what it does to me, I've told the world. And I will never stop telling the world what y'all done to me and my family. And but God bless y'all, and God bless the United States of America.